With her wrinkled stockings and hair colours, Nora Batty is one of the most lovable battle axes on television. But before her role in Last of the Summer Wine, actress Cathy Staff starred as the mother and father of all soaps Crossroads.
Hold on to the set. Yes, it told the story of a Midlands motel, complete with its shaky sets and one-take acting. In a moment, we'll be talking to Cathy about her love of acting in soaps from Emmerdale to Coronation St. But first, let's see a little of her as Doris Luke in Crossroads.
If you're not going to be easy working at Haywood, why don't you say so and clear off? There are plenty of other men around who'd be only too glad of the job.
I got nothing against the job. Or Mr. Lawton. Tidy little place. I'm happy about staying here. But when it comes to that Benny Hawkins, yeah, well, I got my doubts.
Oh, you've been listening to gossip, have you? So did I, first off. I must admit I was none too comfortable with him. But you'll soon get used to his ways. There's not a better lad going.
What about that temper of his? He can be a right nasty bit of work, so I've heard, when he's roused. I don't want any trouble.
I've not noticed any sign of a temper. Just the opposite, actually. He's so easygoing, people use him as a doormat.
Yeah, well, that's not what I've heard.
Oh, yes. Who's talking, then? Who's spreading gossip about him this time?
Never you mind.
You mind. Cathy's here with us. Good morning to you. I mean, are you drawn to these battle acts, if you excuse me using the phrase, roles?
Yes, I think so. I think they're such fun to do, and they're very strong characters, which is lovely, because I do think northern women are rather strong in character.
Well, I have no comment on that.
Yeah. And looking back at those Crossroads days, I mean, does it bring back lots of happy memories for you? Was it a happy time?
Yes, it's the happiest show I think I've ever worked on. We were like one big happy family, really, and it was so popular. And we used to rehearse 3 days and then do 4 episodes, 2 on Thursday and 2 on Friday, and it was lovely.
Wow. So, I mean, the forerunner of a lot of techniques that soaps are using now, but that was seen as revolutionary in its time, was it, to do it so quickly?
Yes, yes. Yes, we used to rehearse for 3 days and then go into the studio and do 4 episodes. And that was the best part, really. I mean, now they sort of do it, you know, just go in the studios, you don't rehearse at all and you just do it.
Are you still recognised as Nora Batty?
Oh, yes, all the time.
Really? And does that bother you so many years on?
No, not really. No, not really. That's been a wonderful show for me. I said the very first line in 1972.
Can you remember it?
I can.
What was it?
They're taking his telly again. And it showed 2 men carrying out compost television.
It was being repossessed, was it? I mean,
oh, yes. It used to go back every week, I think.
But just looking there at those Crossroads things, dispel a few myths for us, or indeed reinforce them. Did the sets wobble?
No.
They didn't?
No, they didn't. No, it wasn't true. I think the newspapers used to write nasty things, so they would sell the newspapers, because the programme was so successful that if they said something about Crossroads, then they knew they'd sell the newspapers. But it wasn't true, really. I've worked in other soaps that the sets did wobble, and not Crossroads. No, it was quite firm.
But you're a serial soap star, really, aren't you? I mean, there's also Emmerdale and Coronation St.
Coronation St, yes, yes. Played Vera Hopkins in the corner shop. Well, I've played 10 parts in Coronation St over the years, and then the last one was Vera Hopkins. I bought the corner shop, and I had a Welsh mother-in-law and a Welsh husband. So that was fun.
10 parts? Were they all speaking parts, or some of them just appearing in the background of the Rovers or something?
Well, yes, they were sort of characters with just a few lines, you know. I used to go in the shop and buy a few things and things like that. That's when I started.
And do you mind being introduced as the battle axe of soaps?
No, not at all. It's lovely.
Well, let's just have a look at a bit more of Summer Wine, because we love it so. We love Nora so. I mean, you know, is Summer Wine a soap? Would you say that? I mean, I don't feel it. It doesn't feel like a soap.
No, it isn't a soap. It's the longest running comedy series in the world. So we've got that record. It's 33 years now.
I mean, it must be lovely to do, lovely part of the world to film it in as well.
Oh, it's wonderful, yes. And I live in Cheshire, so I just drive over the Pennines and I'm there at Nora Batty's in about half an hour.
Well, Nora, Cathy Staff, very nice to see you. Thank you very much.
Thanks
for coming in.